Yo, what up, Facebook? What up, YouTube? What's going on, guys? Thought I'd hop on here and do a little quick late night Facebook Live to share with you a little bit of value today, guys, on why people can never actually get their business into a momentum stage and then a liftoff, right? It's probably one of the biggest challenges that entrepreneurs face in the home-based business industry, okay? Especially if you're just starting something that's brand new, okay? But you're super excited about it. You've got great products. You got a great comp plan. You know, you're super pumped, okay, on whatever it is that you're marketing. And, you know, you see all these other people that are all over, you know, whether they're in your company or in other companies, and they're getting a huge amount of traction. They're making a lot of money, but you, for whatever reason, just can't seem to get your business into liftoff, okay? If you're going through that right now, guys, maybe just throw me a comment and say, yeah, Darren, I'm going through that myself, and I'm super excited about my company. I'm super excited about my products, but I just can't get liftoff in my business. So if that is you, just chime in here and let's see if we can get you on track and help you along your path. Okay, so we got a Facebook user tuning in live from Tasmania. Wow, I don't even know where that is on a map. To be quite frankly, I don't know where that is. Where is that? Where is Tasmania? Hey, bro, still planning for the New Year's, dating with lunch, then closet study. Okay. Early morning here in Scotland. Okay. Good morning, Darren. You were up late. Yeah. What time is it anyway? 11:21. Look at that. Oh, so we got a Facebook user that says, hey, Darren, good evening to you. Good evening to the Facebook user. I don't know who that is, but good evening. And we've got somebody that says me. Okay. So put your name on there so that I know who exactly it is that is tuning in. And also give me an idea what kind of products that it is that you're marketing, right? So I can, you know, try to give you a little bit of value here on tonight's broadcast. So tell me who you are. If you're just coming up as Facebook user, tell me who you are. And also what type of products are you actually marketing? Okay, Dorinda's tuning in live from Ireland. We've got Kelly Nunn. Okay. Hello from Central Asia, Tajikistan. Okay, cool. People are tuning in from all over the place. Okay, guys. So, you know, here's the thing that I'm going to share with you about our particular type of a business model. Okay. We are in a business model where a lot of people don't really get this concept coming from corporate America, because in corporate America, it's about booking appointments, pitching your deal, you know, dealing with all the features and benefits. A lot of times those people are trying to convince their prospect that they have something that the other person needs, okay? Now, in our particular industry, you're going to be doing this to all of your prospects if you try to take that same model and transfer it over into our particular business model, okay? So what is the business that we're really in, okay? We're really in a leadership business. It's a personal development business model. It's not in any way the same as corporate America. And we're really in a business of lead generation, guys, lead generation. And the challenge that people have is they think it's about whatever they're selling. So somebody tuned in here that they're in the weight loss business. They've got weight loss products. That's the only person so far. Okay, somebody put okay, somebody's coming in from Tasmania, Australia, and Rachel has a travel and a business with coffee. Okay. You have to be the permanent student. You're a great mentor. Thank you, Dorinda. I appreciate that. Okay, guys. So here's the thing. When people first get into our industry, because they don't understand these distinctions between these two different business models, they're out with their primary business, right? Trying to focus on the same model that they learned over in corporate America. Well, it doesn't work in our industry, okay? So they're typically on the front line pitching and talking about their business opportunity, okay? Those are the broke people, guys, okay? Now, in the event that you want to get your business into liftoff, your business, whatever it is that you're marketing, somebody's in travel, somebody's in business, coffee, weight loss, okay? What you've got to do is you got to build a list of qualified buyers, okay? And it's not necessarily people that are interested in weight loss. It's not necessarily people that are specifically interested in travel or coffee, okay? We're in a team building business model, okay? A team building business model. And the people that are going to be able to take your business to this, okay, and to liftoff are people that are already in our industry. They're already affiliate marketers. They're already network marketers. They're already in it. Okay. They're in the industry already. Okay. Now, this is kind of like the thing that most people do. So instead of going directly to the most influential people that already have a list and they already have two major skills. Okay. Two major skills. One, they have leadership skills, and two, they have marketing skills. And you only need 6 to 8 of those people to literally go like this and then and go just with a powerful explosion that goes off all over the world. Okay. Now, whatever it is that you're marketing. So I did this 1 millionaire mentoring session this one time, and I, had an open forum. There was about like 75 people on this particular broadcast, and they were from all different businesses. Okay. But the training that I gave to the people was straight across the board in every single one of the verticals. So, in other words, it didn't matter if they were in weight loss, skincare, anti-aging, energy drinks, legal, credit repair, digital products. It didn't matter. Okay. It did not matter, guys. Okay. I could give the same training, the same coaching to every single one of the verticals. Okay. So that's the important thing to understand. Now, the people that you really want are the people that what you got to do first is you got to rate yourself. Okay. You got to rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. Okay. And you got to be honest, guys. You have to be honest in the event that you want to be able to get this concept. Okay. So you've got to rate yourself. Okay. Rate yourself in mindset, rate yourself in leadership, rate yourself in marketing skills, rate yourself in personal development on a scale from 1 to 10. Okay. That's step one. Step one, rate yourself. Okay. And you got to be honest. You got to be truly honest with yourself if you want this to work. So let's say that you say, you know what, Darren, I'm about a, 7. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So what you want to be doing is you want to be looking at people that are 8s, 9s, and 10s versus 6, 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s. Okay. Now there's a reason for that. So let's say that you've never been in the industry and you say, well, I got no marketing skills. I got no leadership skills. I don't even know what personal development even is. And so I'm going to rate myself a 3. Okay. In the event that you go to people that are 2s and 1s, what's going to happen is that the 2s are going to be recruiting 1s and 0s, and the 1s are going to be recruiting people that are flat broke. And the people that are flat broke are going to be going to the homeless people. Right? So it goes further and further and further and further and further and further down the rabbit hole until you're just dealing with people that they're flat broke. They got no money at all, and they're completely powerless. They've done no personal development whatsoever. Okay. Now, in the event that you say, I'm a 6, okay, you've got to now go to 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s versus 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s, and flatline. Okay. And human nature, guys, human nature is that we typically, as human beings, we think that we can save people. We think that we can, we see somebody that's in victimhood and we think that we can save them. You can't. Okay. You cannot save somebody that's in victimhood. They're the only person that can save themselves. Okay. And just by understanding this, you'll save yourself a ridiculous amount of frustration in our industry because they can't be saved, guys. They cannot be saved. They're the only person that can save them is themselves. So now, could somebody be flat broke but not broken? Yes, they could. Yes, they could. But that's when they stop playing the victim and they step into their power, and they don't have any excuses. They've run out of all their excuses. Okay. So they don't use the money thing as an excuse. They don't use the time thing as an excuse. They don't use the context thing as an excuse. Their situation empowers them to step into their power. Okay. And those people are actually the ones that are most coachable, that can springboard the fastest from nothing to $250,000 or nothing to $500,000 because they're done with their excuses. Okay. But they're not broken. They're not broken, guys. And this is the key that you have to understand about those particular people. They can be broken their temporary situation, but they haven't thrown in the towel on their dream. Okay. They don't need to be motivated. They'll always show up to Millionaire Mentoring. Always. Doesn't matter what time of day or night it is, they'll always show up to Millionaire Mentoring. So you've got to get good at having a conversation with a person and then deciding where do they fit, what category do they fit in, to see if they're even right for your business. Okay. But you only need 6 to 8 people that are higher than you. Okay. So whatever you rate yourself, you could say, well, Darren, I'm only about a 3. Okay. So then you want to get 4s, 5s, 6, 7, 8, 9s, and 10s, not 2s, 1s, and 0s. Okay. So you want to be going up versus recruiting down. Okay. Very, very important. Okay. But the whole concept, guys, of our particular business model, it's not about your business. And people that come from corporate America, this concept does not land in their brain. It does not make any sense to them. They say, well, Darren, how could I sell these products if it's not about my company and it's not about my products and it's not my comp plan? I can tell you this for fact, guys. And it takes a while to wrap your brain around how this could even be. And I went through the exact same thing. I had to be completely retrained when I was in my 20s because I came from the same business model as well, right? I came from the same business model in corporate America as well. And I had to be completely retrained, okay? So in the event that you're in corporate America and you go, well, I'm really good. I could sell anything. But that's going to even be a bigger problem. You're going to really have to be retrained because that's the challenge. So the model that you're trying to do does not transfer. And that's the frustration, guys. This is the frustration. Okay, so who do we got here? We have got, okay, we had that. Rakeem, welcome, sir. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm from Central Asia. Can I things that you are doing? I'm not too sure what that means. Some of your followers said that I can, but to start my first step, I need to put $13.50 US without money or with less money so that I can make $13.50. Or I was wondering, can I start doing what you're doing without MP. I don't know what MP is. Muhammad, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you what my millionaire mentor said to me. Okay. And I had to come up with $4,000, right? 30 years ago. That's like 15 grand today, if you take into account 30 years of the cost of inflation and whatnot. Okay. And and I didn't have the money. Okay? I didn't have the money either. But what my millionaire mentor said to me, and he looked at me directly in the eye, and he said, Darren, if you cannot come up with $4,000 in the next 3 days, you'll never make it in our industry anyway. This industry is about personal power. Personal power. Okay. So in the event that you're looking at the money as your excuse, he's right. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you will never make it in our industry. We're in an industry of personal power and leadership. And if that is your blocker, you're already done. You're already done before you even start. Okay. Because I can tell you this. If somebody that's completely homeless can find the money, if somebody that was only making $160 a month in Mexico, working full time, if they can find the money, if a 21-year-old kid making minimum wage can find the money, I hate to be the bearer of bad news there, Muhammad, okay? But you're lying to yourself, bro. You're lying to yourself. This is the truth, okay? And I'd rather tell you the truth than give you a bunch of bullshit, okay? Because that's why they hire us, okay? And this is the 100% truth that I'm telling you right now. In the event that that little amount of money is your blocker, then the business is going to be a blocker. It's not even about the money. It's about your personal power. So what you're saying to me is this, just to buy groceries, okay? They went and found the money, okay? And in 2 years, they made $200,000. So it's not about the money. It's about this right here. It's about your mindset. This is what's holding you back, okay? Not the money. It's this right here, okay? I can tell you stories of rolling out a company where I had to go raise 7.1 million from nothing, from zero. Okay, not 0 to 1349, 0 to 7.1 million. Okay, but I went into the office every day with a burning desire, right, to be able to speak to people and speak to fund managers and institutional investors and accredited investors to talk to them about my vision on where I was going. People invest in personal power and they invest in vision. They will never, ever invest in a victim. Okay. And until you change your belief of what's really holding you back, you'll never make it. You'll never make it in our industry. Okay. This is the God's honest truth. Without money or with less money, unfortunately, Muhammad, no, you're going to have to step into your personal power, bro. Darren, how's everything going? Everything's going great. Melbourne is tuning in. Hope all is well. Rakeem says facts. Ricky, how are you, sir? Good to see you here. Thank you. You can't save them. You're correct. Hey, says a Facebook user. It's going to cost you more by not investing in yourself. Absolutely. Don't be blocked by money. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So here's a couple of things, guys. Okay. When people start in the industry, they start in network marketing or MLM or the home-based business industry, we used to joke about this, back, 3 decades ago, is that people are all excited, right, when they see all the money being made. Okay. That's called the honeymoon phase, And the honeymoon phase can last for 30, 60, or 90 days until people realize that they actually have to work. They actually have to work in order for them to make money. Okay. So this is one of the reasons why Ponzi schemes keep on coming out, because people think that they can just make money and do nothing, and money is going to start raining from the sky, right? So they put in $500 or $1,000 and they start getting these payments. A lot of times they're an illusion because they're going into a back office and it looks like that you're being paid, right? But they count on the fact that people are going to keep on compounding and compounding and compounding. But when it gets to a certain point and all the people ask for the profit withdrawals, the whole thing goes up in smoke. Okay. They count on the people's greed. That's what they count on. So they keep on putting in the digital amounts. So you're looking at your login, you're going, oh my God, I've already made $5,000. I've already made 20 grand. Right. I had one of my chaps that I was working with in another company, and he was in a company called BitConnect, and he had $1 million. $1 million. Can you imagine logging in and looking at your digital number here and seeing 1 million? Okay, he had 1 million in there. And then all of a sudden what happened was that he logged in one day and website was down. It was up in smoke. The whole thing was a Ponzi, it was a scam. Okay. So most people, okay, and this may or may not be you, and I'm just sharing with you from, going through this whole evolution, and having really good millionaire mentors when I first started in my 20s, is that what they used to say to me is that, you know what, Darren, a lot of people are going to get excited, but it's kind of like this. If you have a balloon, like a helium balloon, the helium balloon will only stay, with the string tight, right, for a certain period of time. And then the helium starts to lose its power, and then it kind of drops, and then it kind of wilters away, and then it doesn't fly anymore, right? The helium balloon doesn't fly at that point, right? The helium's gone. So what happens for most people is that they're not really in their business. They're not really all in going for their dream. So they kind of like, they're in the bleachers. So they're watching as a spectator. They're not in the game. They're not playing in the game on the court or on the field. They're sitting in the bleachers and they're kind of like a spectator. So they kind of have one little toe in the water. They're not even really in business. Okay. And this is the difference. So people will get in because they'll maybe be on a webinar, or they'll be on a conference call, and they hear all these success stories. And they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then they get their package, and the package arrives. And then, oh, you mean I have to actually go to work? Oh. So the attrition rate is typically going to be 10% per month. Right? Where the helium's just dropping and then dropping and then dropping and then dropping. Okay. This is the reason why, you want to be going up, right, to people that are already in our industry. And keep in mind, guys, this is the area where people make a big mistake. You got to decide if you're in this as a career or if you're in it as a hobby. Okay, it's a big difference in mindset, and it's a big difference in action, and it's a big difference in understanding relationships. Okay, people typically are looking for instant gratification, and the instant gratification mentality comes from corporate America. So in corporate America, they tell you to make cold calls, book appointments, pitch your deal with the objections, and try and close on the spot. Our business model doesn't work that way, okay? It's a way more gradual process that takes multiple connections or exposures to enroll somebody into a business or to sell them your products. And the sweet spot is between 5 and 12 connections or exposures to bring them into the business. So people come on like a fire hydrant, right? They literally they'll add you as a friend. And they'll go, hey, you look like a like-minded person. So you go add, and then next comes the 6-paragraph expose. Or in the very, very first conversation, they're trying to pitch you and convince you on get in now and lock your spot. Okay, those are the broke people, guys. Don't do that, right? Don't do that. Our business model is very, very casual, and it's a lot slower of a process. But the problem is that people just don't have enough people in the hopper. That's what my millionaire mentor used to call it, right? People in the hopper, right? So the very first connection is just very casual. You're just warming up. You're just getting to know a person, right? But if you just keep that process and you have a lot of people in the hopper, then they start going off like firecrackers in the bottom, okay? But most people don't do the top part. And that's why they never get any traction in their business. But they're never all in on their business. They're never actually playing on the court, right? Or in the field. They're in the bleachers, right? They're a spectator just watching everybody. They're just watching everybody. So, like online as an example, people will circle around and circle around and circle around. They won't do Facebook Lives. They won't do any interviews. They won't do value-based webinars. They won't do an actual launch event where, they set an intention and they set a specific launch date, and then they promote their business, and now they have compression, and then pow, then the thing goes into momentum, okay? They don't do this stuff. And that's what it takes, guys. That's what it takes. Now, imagine this. Okay, so if I give you a box, okay, and I say, okay, I want you to be able to crush the box, but you're not allowed to squish it, right? You can only push it. You can only push it. And I say, I want you to crush the box, but all you can do is push it. Now, in the event that you have no wall right here, okay, and you're just pushing it down the street, you'd be going for miles and miles and miles and miles. You go into the next city and the next city and the next city and the next city. You'd be pushing it forever. You have to have an actual wall to push the box into, to go bam. And that's when the explosion takes place. So people start their business with one toe in the water. Okay. Now, the people that get massive traction in any business, the first thing that they want to do is they want to find out who all the top income earners are. They want to find out who all the top income earners are in that company. Okay. And that can happen within your first 2 days, right? Is to reach out, connect with all the top income earners in the company, and your energy force is going to go boom, because there's energy transference that takes place every time that you communicate or talk to somebody that's in a higher vibrational resonance as a peak performer. If you get on to the phone, Facebook Messenger phone, Zoom, Skype, anything that's an energy portal, and you get on with a peak performer, you're going to get energy transference from those people, okay? So that's the first thing that they do, okay? But while everybody else is out front line pitching their deal, right, the people that really get it aren't. And that's the difference, okay? What they're doing is they're actually stepping into leadership, right? And they're going out and doing research to figure out what they can do to separate themselves from all the rest of the pack out there. Okay, what can they do to shine? What can they do so that they shine like a light, so that they're like a diamond that's shining, right? What's going to make them become the attractor factor? And it's not their primary business, guys. And this is the big mistake that people make. You got to build a list of qualified buyers, and it's not going to be with what you think that you're marketing. It's by helping the people. The leader goes out, the leader figures out what all the pain is of the marketplace, and they go get a solution, and that's how they get the qualified buyers to show up. Now, somebody may be in prepaid legal right now, okay, but they're not making any money, Okay, they're not making any money. Okay, and then all of a sudden you come along and you provide that person with some value. So guess what happens now? They become part of your list. They become part of your list. Okay, so it's kind of like you got to be doing all of these things simultaneously. So you got to understand the business model. You got to understand the distinction between corporate America and our business model, which is leadership and personal development. You got to be going higher up in ranking. If you say you're a 3, you got to be go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, not 2s, 1s, and 0s. Okay. You say you're a 6, then no problem. 7, 8, 9, 10 versus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And by human nature, guys, by human nature, people typically recruit down. Okay. By human nature. Okay. Because they feel more comfortable, right, by recruiting down than they do up. Okay. But the peak performers aren't emotionally attached. They're not emotionally attached to the answer. Okay. And the other thing to understand about our business, guys, is that something or someone other than you talks about your business. Okay. Not you. And this is what people don't get about this business model, right? They're doing a lot of this stuff, right? And they don't get it. They're on the convincing zone and they're pushing all the prospects away. And that's what, that's why they never do get any type of traction in their business. Okay, so what do we got here? Facebook user says, hey. Facebook user says, yes. John Allen McKenzie says, great message. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Steve Niken says, hi, Darren. How are you, sir? Tuning in from the Bay Area in California. Good morning from Germany. Hello, Katrine. How are you? So here's the thing, guys. What's the first step? Okay. What's the first step when you first start? You got to make a decision. Okay. Do you actually want to do this as a career, or are you in it as a hobby? In the event that you say, no, Darren, I want to do this as a career. I want to do this as a career. Like I want to make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand in a month. I want to do this as a career. Okay. Then you got to learn the difference in the business model, guys. Otherwise, you're going to be over here spinning your wheels like the 97 percenters and you got a problem. Okay. So you got to decide, you want to go career or you want to go hobby. Okay. That's the first thing. Okay. The second thing that you've got to do is you got to get into the energy force of all the peak performers and the top income earners. Okay. All the peak performers and the top income earners. And don't buy into what the company's telling you to do. Okay. Because they just want to sell products, guys. They if you can go pitch every person of your top 200, they're happy. If you can plaster their logo all over your wall, they're happy. Okay. But those are the broke people. Okay. You don't want to follow the path of all the people that aren't making any money. Okay. So what's next? What's next? What do you do next? You got to set an actual intention. Okay. In the event that your intention is not believable to your subconscious mind, nothing's going to happen, guys. Nothing will happen in your business. Okay. So whatever your intention is, if your subconscious mind does not have any data at all, okay, so you make $3 grand a month and you're entering into a model that you don't understand how to do, but you say, I want to make 20 grand this month. Okay. Your subconscious mind has no data at all, guys. So it doesn't happen. Okay. So you have to pick something that is believable, that you believe is possible. And then you have to have an actual systematic strategy that you're going to implement so that you have daily income producing activities that you do to get to your result. Okay. And most people push pencils and papers around all day. Like, comma, comma. That's all they do with their day. Watch a video, and they don't actually do any of the income producing activities. Okay. Now you have to actually have some sort of a thing that you're going to like this. Okay. whether it's your 30-day like this intention, or it's a 60-day intention, or a 90-day intention. But if you're not working towards an actual wall, you got a problem, okay? Because it's like pushing the box and pushing the box and pushing the box and pushing the box. So what happens a lot of times when people first get started in millionaire mentoring, they say they want to make 10 grand, okay? And they have a definite, boom, I'm going to make $10,000. And they have an actual action step that they're going to take. And the first 10,000, no problem, bam, and $10,000 shows up, okay? Now, what typically happens after that is they're in euphoria now. They're in euphoria. So they either step into their ego right there, or they stop doing all the activities that they were doing to get them to the 10,000, and or they don't set the next intention. Big problem. So now they're back to pushing the box, 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 okay? So nothing happens after that. They might go 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and there's no money showing up. Why is there no money showing up? Because they have no new intention, okay? And they haven't actually closed the loop on the first one to go celebrate the 10,000 that they've made. So they don't close the loop and then set a new one. So now they're back to pushing the box, pushing the box, pushing the box. They got no compression anymore, okay? You have to have compression if you're going to get pow and get a lift off. This is the thing, okay? Now, what I typically tell people when they get into this is that truly the fastest ticket, guys, the fastest way is to know what to even do, because they're different income producing activities than what you think. If you're out on the front lines pitching whatever it is that you think that you're marketing, that's not our business model, guys. It's not our business model. It's not how it works. And in the event that you try to take the corporate America business model and jam it into our particular business model, I'm telling you, you'll be so frustrated. You'll be so frustrated, and you'll get into a lot of these things, okay? You get into a lot of these things with your friends and coworkers. You'll get into a lot of these things with your family members, and you're going to get into a lot of these tug of wars, right? With, you reach out and you've got your thing on the front, and the other person, instantly puts up their wall. So now you're in a tug of war like this, right? You're in a tug of war. So, oh, well, our comp plan's better than your comp plan. Oh, no, we got more 7-figure income earners and all. Oh, we got a higher ORAC value. Oh, no, we got better antioxidants. And now you're into a tug of war, and you're into one of these, clashing with your prospects, okay? There's no convincing in building relationships at all. Zero, okay? There's no my deal's better than your deal in building relationships. It doesn't exist. There's no this at all, okay? There's no resistance at all. Zero, okay? So, once you learn the business model and you realize that it's not even about your company, it's not even about the products that you think that you're marketing, it's about knowing what to do to generate a list of qualified buyers, okay? Now, you may be in weight loss and you think that your qualified buyers are people that are interested in weight loss products. And that's not true. It's not true, guys, okay? Your targeted buyer is somebody that's already sold on the business model, and it's not necessarily weight loss, right? They may be with Prepaid Legal. They may be with Jeunesse Global. They may be with Amway, but they're not making any money. So what are they really looking for? What are they really looking for? Who can tell me? Chime in there and tell me if you know what people are really looking for that's going to get them to join you. Can anybody tell me? See if you can chime in and give me the response that you believe, okay? That you believe. Anybody? Wish I found you years ago, but my previous years of pain make me appreciate what you're throwing down that much more. Well, I appreciate that. Okay. Rakeem, leadership. Okay. Right there. Okay. If somebody's not making money, guys, in their business, it's because there's no leadership. Their sponsor is not a leader. Okay. And in the event that you're counting on your sponsor, you got a problem. You got a problem. So in other words, if nobody's explaining to you how the business model even works in the first place, and you don't even know what your daily income producing activities are even supposed to be, then you're lost. You're lost. Okay. So you go, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the company name for my middle name. I'll bet that'll work. I'll bet that'll work. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy a domain with the company name in it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right? Those are the broke people, guys. Those are the broke people. Okay. So what you have to understand about this is that what's going to get that person in this company that's already sold on the business model to jump and join your business. And it doesn't matter what it is. Okay. It doesn't matter what it is. The products have to work. They got to be competitively priced, and the compensation plan has to be fair. Once you know that those are true, move them out of the way, because it's not about those three things. Okay. It's about leadership, guys. It's about being able to gather the people together and explain how the business model even works, and then give them the actual income producing activities that they need to do so that they can get their business into traction. Okay. And most people don't even know what they are. And this is why they spin their wheels. And it's very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. If you do not understand how this business model works, you will waste a ridiculous amount of time, guys. Ridiculous amount. Like, you'll be putting in 18-hour days, weekends, all-nighters. You know, you'll think that you can quit your job and then go, oh, it's because of my job. I'm not making money because of my job. Well, if I quit my job, oh, then I'm going to make it. Big mistake, because you still don't understand how the business model even works. So you're just going to be doing more of what doesn't work and spinning your wheels, plus burning through your savings account. And then you go onto your credit cards because you got that dream. You got that dream. You want to go for the dream. You want the dream of freedom. But guess what? Now you've burned through your savings account. Now you start pulling off your credit cards and taking cash advances, but you still don't even know how the business model even works yet. Okay. Now, what I've seen, and then people, what they try to do, the next thing is they either lie, they try and pretend that they have a freedom lifestyle. Like, they'll announce that they just quit their job, right? They'll think that that's going to do it, right? It doesn't. People want results. So if you go 1 month, no results, 2 months, no results, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, no results. Most people that, you know, are prepared to walk away from corporate America, they normally have anywhere for between 4 and 10 months that they can, you know, live on their savings or live off their credit cards and their savings before they're in big trouble. They're in big trouble. Okay. Now, when you've gone for that amount of period of time and you've been putting out these lifestyle, oh, here's my office for the day, right? And, you know, sipping champagne, I'm going out for dinner, oh, the freedom lifestyle. And then all of a sudden, all the money runs out. The money runs out. You got nothing left in your credit cards. All your savings accounts are gone. And then finally you face the music and you realize, like, holy crap, I got to go get a job again. Right. And then people realize, all those people that have been following you all that time, they realize they got duped. They got duped. You were basically being a charlatan, trying to trick them. And what ended up happening? Nothing. And now they look at you differently because they realize that they've been lied to for 10 months. Okay. It doesn't work, guys. I'm telling you for a fact, to 100% factually. Kelly says, I'm so grateful for this live tonight. Awesome. Thanks for being here. How to stay on track. Kelly, you got to be connected. You got to be connected in a group. And in the event that you're not a, self-starter, you're going to have to get an accountability partner. Okay. You're going to have to get an accountability partner. Okay. And you have to be accountable to somebody. It's almost like you're kind of reporting to a CEO, and, you report back to each other on certain tasks and whatnot that you're going to implement. But, the business model, once you actually understand how it works, you'd be thinking like, oh my God, is it really that easy? Yeah, it's really that easy. Well, why didn't anybody tell me how to do it before? Because they're all buying into what the company tells them to do, guys. They're all buying into the top 200 and pitch, right? That's why the failure rate's at 97%, guys, because people don't get it. They don't get the business model, okay? Now, I want you to just give this some thought, okay? Because this was the very first meeting that I had with my millionaire mentor. When I just slid over a check, right, a bank draft for $4,000, stapled onto a distributor application form. This was my very first day. And he said, Darren, how serious are you about becoming a seven-figure income earner on a scale from 1 to 10? And I said, I'm 100. I'm 100. He said, well, there's 2 rules that you're going to have to abide by if you're ever going to make 7 figures. And I said, okay, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. Okay, what are they? What are they? He said, the first rule is I don't want you talking about our company. I don't want you talking about our company. Okay. Now, at the time, that company had patents, or they were patent pending. And I thought, oh, it's top secret. They don't want anybody to know. They don't want anybody to know because they're like patent pending. And if we tell people, then maybe somebody else is going to start trying to steal a patent. Right? Okay, I can do that. I can do that, Harvey. What's next? What's next? He said, Darren, I don't want you talking about our products. Now, coming from corporate America, guys, from a features and benefits driven business model, that's actually how you sell the products, is by talking about the products. And this is what it does. And this is what it does. And that's what it does. Right. My stomach dropped to my knees. Dropped to my knees, guys. Okay. Because I had just slid $4,000. Now, keep in mind, when you're a little whippersnapper in your early 20s and you just had to go use all your savings account. Okay. I used all my savings account. I had to surrender my pride and my ego and go to my parents and ask them for a loan. They wouldn't give me all of it. My dad said, what's your skin in the game? What's your skin in the game? So whatever I put in, they matched. I still didn't have enough. I had to go to the bank and take out a bank loan for the rest. I went all in, guys, all in. So I had already slid that $4,000 across the other side of the table. Okay. And my stomach dropped to my knees. I thought, oh my God, I got into a scam. I've been scammed. I've been scammed for $4,000. How the heck could you sell products without ever talking about the company that manufactured them or the actual products themselves? I said, I don't get it. How's this going to work? How's this going to work? He said, Darren, you're going to have to go through a paradigm shift and you're going to have to completely be retrained, because that's not how our business model is even done. Okay. He said, are you coachable? Are you coachable? I said, yeah, I'll just tell me what to do, Harvey. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. Okay. And if it wasn't for that, I'd have never made it to the top, guys. I'd have never made, 7 figures and then multiple 7 figures and kept on going. But here's the interesting thing. Okay. And this is very important that you get this. Those strategies that millionaire mentor taught me transferred over into rolling out companies, hiring management teams, high-level management teams like chief financial officer, chief operations officer, CEO. Sometimes I rolled at a company and I handled the marketing because that was my talent. And I went out and hired a CEO to run the actual company. Okay. So how do you recruit those high-level management, top-level management people? The same skills transferred over there. The same skills transferred over to corporate sponsorships. The same skills transferred over to raising venture capital and raising tens of millions of dollars. The exact things that that network marketer taught me in my early 20s. That's where the skills came from, guys. Okay. So this is really the key to understanding what it is that we actually do. Because all the people that you see on Facebook, you can tell right away whether or not somebody even understands our business, right? Whatever they're in, doesn't matter. Weight loss, skincare, nutraceuticals, their whole wall's plastered with their products. Company logos, product shots, every Facebook Live that they do, they're talking about the features and benefits of their product. They're showing their product like an infomercial. That's not our industry, guys. It's not how to do our industry to get into massive liftoff, okay? And those people, even though they work hard, I see a lot of people that are out there on the internet and they work hard, guys. They work really hard, but they never are at, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 75,000, $100,000 in a single month. Because if they were, you wouldn't see all the stuff on their walls, okay? You wouldn't see the stuff on their walls. The people that really get it really understand that we're in a personal development, leadership business model. So a lot of their content has to do with mindset strategies and how to overcome procrastination and how to eliminate self-sabotage and all the things that you need to be able to step into your power and become a leader. Those are the types of things that you're going to see from those people. So what ends up happening to the content? The content gets virally shared, right? That can help other people. Okay. Now, in the event that all your content is it about your companies, your products, your comp plan, who do you think is going to share that other than people that are already in it? You think that you're going to have somebody from Prepaid Legal that's going to share your Facebook Live out to their audience when they're in another company? They're not. They're not. Talking about your companies and products and comp plans certainly is not going to help their team. It's not going to help any of their audience. So none of the content gets shared other than by people that are already sold on the business, okay? And 97 out of every 100 isn't making any money. So you got all the broke people doing what all the broke people do, sharing out the stuff, and nobody else is going to share it. Nobody else is going to share it because it's not providing value to any of the other verticals, guys, okay? And this is really the key thing to understand. So, get around the top people, engulf yourself into personal development. This right here is going to be 95% of your business, quite frankly, this mindset, okay? And you've got to decide which category do you want to be in. And they're both okay, guys. It's not like a right or wrong way. I'm just telling you, don't set yourself up for failure with this thing. So you got to make a decision. You go, okay, no, Darren, I want to do it as a career. A career, okay? Well, the career strategies are different than the hobby strategies. Completely different, okay? Somebody says they want to make an extra $300 a month. That's not a career, okay? Somebody says they want to make 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month and higher. That's a career, okay? Big difference. It's a big difference in mindset. It's a big difference in daily income producing activities. It's a big difference in how you even posture yourself up in the marketplace with, with content, with branding, with leadership, with mindset, with the action steps that you're doing, the actual things that are going to make you money. What's going to attract, okay, hear what I'm saying with this, guys. What is going to attract those 6 to 8 people? People that already have leadership skills. They already have marketing skills. A lot of times they're already doing training on their own. A lot of times they already have systems in place with sales funnels, pre-written copy, emails that can go out, right? So that they can just hand the baton off to their people, right? Those are the people that are going to take your business like that, okay? The majority of times when we roll out a campaign, Even the one that we just did, where in the first 30 days, we brought in a team of 6,000 people. The majority of the recruiting guys, guess where it came from? 6 to 8 people. That's it. So 6 to 8 people did a campaign, and they all blasted their lists, okay? And they maybe did a launch event. Each one of them did a launch event. Each one of them did a bunch of interview series. Each one of them had their own campaign. And the combined force between those 6 to 8 people went, right? And it turned into 6,000, okay? So the people that you really want are not the people that you think. Like I said to the lady, well, what type of company are you with? Oh, I'm with a health and wellness company. So what would you say would be your flagship product? She said, oh, weight loss. Weight loss is our flagship. Okay. So who's your perfect buyer? Who's your perfect qualified buyer? She goes, well, obviously somebody that needs to lose weight. And I said, no, it's not. Not if you want a full-time income. Not if you want a career income. It's definitely not somebody that needs to lose weight. It's somebody that's already sold on our business model, that's a leader, that has a list of qualified buyers, that already has marketing skills and leadership skills. That's your qualified buyer. You need 6 to 8 of those, okay? So hopefully you guys got some value from today's broadcast. If you did, throw me a comment down there below so I can, find out what was your takeaway. If this makes sense to you, hopefully tonight, by showing up here tonight. If you think that your team can get value from this, please share this out with the people. That is the true goal, guys. That is the goal, is to help transform other people's lives. And what my millionaire mentor said to me is this. He said, Darren, if you're the only one on your team that's making money and you're flashing these big checks, you didn't ever make it in our industry. You never made it in our industry. Because the person that really is the true success is the one that lifts up the people and gives them wings. They lift them up and give them wings, okay? That's what success means in our industry. How many people do you have on your personal team that you've taken to 10 grand, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a month and higher? That's going to determine your success in our particular industry. Rakeem, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Kelly says big love. Rakeem says big facts. Guys, my name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. If you did get value, throw me a comment down there below. Share this out with the people so we can help shift their mindset, to help them step into their personal power, step into their leadership, and truly make a difference in this industry and in the world, so that they can be a ripple. A ripple. What's a ripple? Ripple is when you take a pebble and you drop it in the pond. It goes bong, right? If you can be a ripple in your family, if you can be a ripple in your community, if you can be a ripple in your church, and if you can be a ripple globally around the world with the power of the internet, that, my friends, is what being a superhero is truly all about. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me on today's broadcast, and have a great day, and let's go get it. Have a good one. All the best.